Well, good day, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Today, a bit of chatting, but we're basically cleaning up red maple, doing some bucking, splitting, and so on. And to get you located, in this direction, there's two of our red oak that are maybe 80 to 100 feet away.
So those oak are the ones right along beside the roadway. Yeah.
Mr. Bendy's over there, and then we've got one I freed up a number of years ago, and he again is 120 feet away. So partly, I believe, a number of years ago.
A number of years?
One of the first things I did was cut out some of the big white spruce that was in here.
So that's one of the white spruce guys.
So boom, off he went. That's probably part of his butt there.
That's him there, okay.
As a consequence, right now in that area covered with the brush, we have 3 oak seedlings growing there. So because of them, this red maple just got taken down a few days ago, because of course he was heavily shading these oak seedlings.
Those little oak guys.
So he's mostly cleaned up now, and the problem here I think is largely solved for quite some time in the future. I wished I had the ability to look and say, okay, I know exactly how this is going to feel in 30 years time or 50 years down the road. I'll be able to guesstimate where the sun, how much sun is coming in here. I can't. Just kind of eludes me in terms of trying to project all the different growth possibilities, and makes my brain hurt. So I try to avoid it.
I'm not going to touch that, dear.
So right now we're just 30 feet further south from where we were, and we have an oak growing in here. So again, to try and give him more sunlight, I have well, good day, folks. We're back again. Due to technical difficulties, we're picking up where we left off 2 days ago. So with the smaller tree that I have removed, it's all split. Most of it has been picked up and hauled away. We're going to do a bit more of splitting and bucking. Try not bore you too much, but this is the work that you end up with when you decide to drop these trees. It's the exercise part of the woodlot work.
So this is, what, 30 feet from the first tree we talked about. And so you took down, what, 2 in this area?
Yep.
There's one stump.
There's the other stump.
The other one's over this way.
And there's a couple of small ones there.
And bits and pieces left of them. And this is all in order to open this area up, because there are a number of red oak seedlings that
a number of them, yes, yes. 3 right over there. I think there's one
or two down that way.
There's one here. There's another
couple behind me
down.
Yep.
Oh, and sugar maple that we
planted down in there too.
Just down in through there a bit. So yes, there's and of course the other thing is with removing some of this red maple, that will also help in getting some additional red oak regeneration.
Having an opportunity,
yep. A little more sunlight on the ground, and
Yes.
yeah.
Well, the nice thing this time of year, you can see straight ahead here, the only hardwood tree that still has leaves on it is an oak. So it is a good time to identify. The red oak and the beech around here are the same. They hang on to those leaves a long time.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So if you know your trees, so for instance, when I first looked at this fall, and we had this kind of the flush of colors and so on, and then I start to see a lot of naked trees along the hillside that we can, which is up here,
that we're on.
we
Yep.
can see from our house. Those are white ash. They're the first trees in this part of the woodlot, in this woodlot, that lose their leaves.
And they're the last ones to get their leaves in the spring.
If you want to count how many white ash you have, if you can get back and you can practically count them
During the early fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because now as you get later on in fall, then that helps you identify those that are still have their leaves on, which around here again is your beech, your red oak, and actually there's a large tooth aspen that was a real holdout in terms of dropping his leaves. He was certainly well past all the birches and the red maples. They had mostly all dropped their leaves, and he still had a pretty full canopy of these very nice,
Nice
yellow
big-
yellow leaves.
Well, and wasn't he late leafing out? Because didn't you think he was dead?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. He was very late leafing out, and yeah, he's the big large tooth aspen that we included in a video identifying injured, healthy and unhealthy trees.
Yeah,
And he looked beautiful as crowd. He still looks beautiful, and all down around his butt is starting to rot and deteriorate. So,
but he's hanging in there.
but he's hanging in there. Anyhow, we got a little bit of work to do, so let's get to it. Well, splitting so far, this tree has not been too bad. The first log off the butt was rather disappointing, but then the rest has been doable. There does seem to be a little seam in the butt that has allowed for some success. So we'll give it a try. Yeah. Not a lot of success.
You had all your success when we weren't watching.
That's right. Well, we can always
Try the other end.
and see what the other end looks like.
Is that any better?
Yeah, getting a little better response,
A
although
little bit.
I just missed my mark by about an inch. Oh yes, there he goes. Come on. There we go.
So this tree is firewood for 7 or 8 years from now, if it's ours. It'll be good and dry.
Well, there's our personal wood supply. We're probably, yeah, 6 to 8 years. But then there's family supply.
Yes.
And depending on how much and when and so on they use of that. But if they didn't use any, $10-12 years
Down the road.
a long time.
Before we would need this particular tree.
A long time. In fact, I sometimes wonder you know, some of this stuff that's not particularly, but are fairly hefty pieces. And so I start to think sometimes, if it's 10 or 12 years down the road when you're going to be burning this stuff, are you going to be able to pick this stuff up? Maybe you should start, you know,
splitting some of it a little smaller.
like how strong do you think you're going to be when you're
when you're 85?
Yeah, 85 or 95. Anyhow, we'll fire up the saw, do a bit of buck, and then call it a day. Well, thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate you hanging in with us for a bit.
Or hanging out with us for a bit.
Yeah, hanging out. So we'll catch you on the next one. Be safe. Take care. And
Hope you're having as nice a weather as we are
yeah, no, November.
in southern New Brunswick. Couldn't be nicer.
Gotta love it. Take care.
Catch you next time, guys.